Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Lego Indiana Jones 2. The adventure continues as we're getting shot. So, last level, we have to buy this car boat. Last level, we did a level that really was just whole cloth made up again. I don't believe there was any scene like that. I don't believe there was any scene where they run into a car boat. I just don't think that happened in the movie. I think what happened is they were escaping. That's kind of funny. They were escaping on a regular car from these people, and the chase scene just continued, and they jumped off a cliff at one point, maybe? Alright, so if I get in this, can I shoot the gun? No. So I need my AI companion to be in the chair before I can shoot it, but then I can shoot it with the X button, which is, that's nice. We've got some ducks here. They're not something you can ride, though. You see, we've been seeing these blue things, and none of the vehicles we were in before seem to have any correlation to the blue power-ups. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that it's these newer vehicles we're seeing. Alright. So, we need to come steal this vehicle from the guy. Like, you can't break these vehicles and take them, can you? So if you get off track and you're just wandering around, it's quite the effort now to find the vehicle. You've got to find one, and then we might as well try and speed this up. Last level we did like this was incredibly boring, so like, as much fun as it seems like it might be, I just want to be done with this as fast as possible, which is a horrible thing to say, particularly for this game, since all of the levels are incredibly slow. So this is a vehicle that can use that power up, but we just need to find somebody worthy of that power. I shot it and it blew me up, it seemed. I feel like the car is very, very fluidly, so it's some kind of rapid fire thing, and the power up with the blue is better than the power up with the it's a different button than the power up with the A to boost. So it's A to boost and A to jump, depending on which power up, and X to shoot. And this car is so slippery. It is all over the place. I'm having a really difficult time controlling this. It's like really, really difficult time staying upright and doing everything. Let's see. I do want to look everywhere and check. But I also don't want to waste time. Where's the vehicle? Let's just hit these. And see, these are like caravans that we're attacking now. Doesn't make much sense at all. And I'm doing way more damage by crashing into them than I am by shooting them. And the fact that they can right themselves upright seems kind of silly. I would say there should be a second driving mechanic, and when I knock something off the edge and it's sideways, it should just brake and give me a brake that way. And when my car gets knocked over and flips, it just automatically rights itself. It seems very silly for the bad guys to be able to right themselves and continue this process. This is another great example of just how much more studs you're getting in this Lego game versus everything else. I have 81,000 studs right now, and I'm 1/3 of the way done as far as True Adventure. So they're expecting you to get like 200,000, it seems. Just trying my very best to break these things and shoot them, and it's not working. This is not working well at all. It's not working great. Should I just be in the boat car? Is it easier just to drive into these things? I suppose with the boat car, you have this ability as it lags to jump whenever you want without a bonus. That's interesting. And drive in the water. And it is a little bit easier to control, although it seems to have some lagging issues. I don't know if that's a particle effects issue or what. One more for this section, but I imagine there's another whole group of them. So just try and rush into this guy. Come on, break. So do I get another group of them? Yes, I do. There's just no fixing this, honestly. Not the way it is. This should have been what I would have done here, I guess, to correct this being really short and really irritating, is I would say integrate these levels into the main open world, and then have these guys hot rod, and see these are like boats, have these guys hot rod and run around and just have like one target, driving around in circles. And in the main gameplay open world, you can, once you buy a car, you can then start chasing that one target that is going in circles away from you, and crash that car. And when you crash the car, then you should get when you crash the bad guy's car, you should get a gold chest or unlock the new card. And then it would be a decent system of car upgrades, because you might go through the entire open world and start with a bicycle and then crash the bicycle into a motorcycle and then crash the motorcycle that you unlock because of that into okay, so this thing can't make it over there. So now I'm just gonna blind fire this over here and see if it's actually hitting this guy. Is that working? It's like I see bullets flying over that direction, but it's not working. So I need the car boat. Where is the car boat? Seriously, where is it? I don't know. And yeah, I could see the idea of a constant upgrade of cars that you find. We've seen that in other games. You get cars and such in, well, many like GTA games and such. This thing just doesn't seem like it's taking any damage. Let's see, why do I need these extra guys shooting at me? Why do I need that extra pressure? Is it not bad enough that I'm unable to succeed at beating these guys alone? Do I need an extra group of them? Here's the car boat. Finally found it. Yeah. And I don't know if they got stuck there or if they were supposed to be in the water or what. But I'm running it down like a mad dog. It seems pretty intentional that they, there you go, drown the guy. But yeah, you have to hit it once with the car boat, and then after you hit it once with the car boat, you seem like you then have the opportunity to move further. Did that do any damage to it, or? See, I don't think that did any damage to it. I think I need to still find the car boat. It seems to be a much tougher car. Let's see, we can go hit this one duck we didn't hit before. Look at that, they can almost go vertical up the wall. Let's see, I'm trying to speed up, and I don't think there's actually a button to speed up. And see, that was 14 minutes of just pure monotony. And here we have Mutt and Indy dancing together. Over the course of what is really nothing, their relationship grows just because it's written to grow, not really in any natural way. And so they go down this waterfall. Oh yeah, I remember there was a waterfall. Now. It's pretty forgetful and pretty short, I guess, because you see this one scene. See, that is just another example of not George Lucas, but Steven Spielberg's ability. He's good at making scenes and thinking action scenes, but they're never as memorable as you'd think as they should be, because nothing happens there. Like George Lucas's most memorable scene in the Indiana Jones series is almost certainly the monkey brain eating scene, because it's a gross out scene. That's kind of it. And there's other scenes similar, but there's no deeply emotional, touching conversations. There's no thought-provoking revelations. Ropes can only be cut with a sword, apparently. This is weird because I don't know how this world connects to where we were before. Let's see. Probably should get out of the car. We've opened. Let's just get out of here and start looking at where we are. Alright. So finally found where we are. This is where we started. We did the level by going through this. Oops, that's still a level. So we'll go ahead and exit that. Try buying vehicles in the hub to unlock them for this level. And see, these doorways are now just kind of portals to different things completely. Let's see, hit this and stand on this. It's not good enough. I need a vehicle on it, so I'd have to drive something up there. I'm almost up to 800,000 studs, but if Score Times 4 was in part 2, then there's a very good chance that Score Times 2 is in part 1. And I need something that can break those. And here we have an alien spaceship, which, spoilers for the end of the movie, the original draft of Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 and some of the many drafts of the never really made Ghostbusters 3 involved a lot of alien and Crystal Skull stuff, because Dan Aykroyd, I think is the actor's name, and Rydo was big into that stuff, and he believed in it, and he even believed it in Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and that's a great example of, you had somebody with a passion who wanted to do one thing, and then the studio stepped in and gave him a good partner to write with him, and they cut out a lot of the weirdness and made a fun movie. And Dan Aykroyd's free to believe whatever he wants, but the scripts he was proposing would have not been, it just wouldn't have worked, honestly. It would have come off so sincere that it would just seem strange. It would feel like a propaganda piece that it would lack so much skepticism. In a similar way, if somebody made this movie and said that the Crystal Skull series, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, is based on true events, you're just gonna go, what true events? The true event that the sun rises in the east? Because it's so out there and so beyond believability. to most of the public. And movies are usually designed for the general public. So there's a lot of stuff I can do. I don't know if I should be doing it, though. It's not like the... It's not like the driving level was short. Yeah. So, as I fall down to a very small section, very short section that... See, I think we'll probably end up in all of this again. I think this is as good of a place as any to wrap it up. See, I don't even know what you would call this. It's some kind of weird valley? Lake? I guess you'd call it a valley. I don't think there's another term for it. But all of this is supposed to exist. And just improbably never discovered by modern society, hidden away. But this entire valley with an unknown temple. And sure, in Central America there's not, like, there's a lot of forest to grow over some of the pyramids, so they have found a few that were sitting around, covered up by brush. But there's no tree cover in these scenes, so that argument doesn't really play. Anybody who ever flew over, anybody with even a satellite view of this area, which farmers do that all the time, would have seen this. Alright, and see, we've gone full circle and I've missed a few things, definitely. And these little, what would you call these, sundials? Or are they ceremonial things? There's a lot of things that need to be done. And then over here seems to be close to last of the level. And see, the weirdness will definitely be when in the next two levels we won't probably accomplish much. I don't know what this is. This almost feels like it should be a teleporter to the other side of the map. I would hate for the LEGO worlds to be curved, but the idea does have a slight appeal that apparently I need a rocket launcher to break these trees too. It does have a slight appeal as far as, like, not wandering around. I'll get this, and that'll be about the last thing we do. We're up to 808,000 studs. We now have 2 blue bricks, 4 red bricks, and 7 green bricks. And we've unlocked 1 vehicle, and we've unlocked 5 of the 14 characters that are available here. And those 5 characters are all part of the movie. And maybe in the next time I'll talk about how that's way too many characters, but actually in the movie I don't believe Mac or the guy with the crystal skull do much, if they're even part of the group. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.